Way. Redistricting experts say the city of Sheboygan could see drastic changes to its assembly district boundaries if the legislative maps are redrawn.
Ben Jordan going in depth tonight on why that city is particularly serves as an example for two arguments at the center of this lawsuit.
As an avid voter and longtime Democrat in Sheboygan County,
somebody drew lines and really is taking our voice away.
Sandy Muesegades recalls a stark difference in election outcomes before and after 2011.
It was a sad day. It divided the city. It divided the county.
Prior to that year, the liberal-leaning city of Sheboygan was represented by a Democrat in the Wisconsin Assembly for all but 4 years dating back to the late 1950s, as the city made up a majority of one district. But when Republicans redrew the maps in 2011, the city was split into 2 assembly districts with more conservative voters in rural parts of the county. Both assembly seats have been held by Republican lawmakers since.
It was just unexplainable how you could divide a city and families from one side or another side.
Sheboygan County Republican Job Jose couldn't disagree more.
I don't think it really matters that it all be, that all of Sheboygan be in the 26th Assembly District. If parts in the 25, parts in the 26, it's just a legislative map. It's not a big deal.
He thinks the maps that were largely left unchanged following the latest U.S. Census should remain the same.
I'm not in favor of legislating from the court, and that's what they're trying to do here.
The Wisconsin Supreme Court heard 2 arguments today in a case that challenges the legality of the state's legislative maps.
One seeks to throw out the current maps based on the interpretation of what the state constitution means by territorially contiguous districts. That means districts where all the parts touch each other. The other argument is that the process to get these maps violated the state separation of powers doctrine.
Marquette Law School research fellow John Johnson thinks changes to Sheboygan's assembly district serve as an example for both arguments, because the state's constitution says a municipality should remain in the same district whenever it's practical.
Sheboygan has about 48,000, I believe, people living in it. An assembly district needs to be 59,000 some. Right now, Sheboygan is split into 2 different districts, both of which are Republican leaning. The city of Sheboygan is Democratic leaning. So, if you were really taking seriously this requirement to keep municipalities intact, Sheboygan's a good example of a city that would be in just one district.
Johnson says it's one of many assembly districts that could see major changes if the current maps are tossed and new ones are drawn. Reporting in Sheboygan, Ben Jordan, TMJ4 News.
All right, Ben, thanks. The court is expected to issue its ruling no later than early 2024. The State Elections Commission has said maps must be in place by March 15th if the new districts are to be in play before the November election.